First of all, thank you so much, Alison. Really nice to meet you virtually. Today's interview, we have basically two parts. One is about the global situation of plastic waste, and then the second part is about the report. So let me start by asking you how you see the global situation on plastic waste at this point.
So I'm going to quote for you from the OECD report about plastic waste management in the world today. Out of an estimated 353 million tons of plastic waste, only about 9% is directed towards recycling. The Alliance to End Plastic Waste, our role is to support and help develop some of the infrastructure that will help in the collection, the sorting, and the recycling of plastic waste. So we want to increase the amount of plastic that is captured for recycling. We at the Alliance, we believe that to tackle the problem of plastic waste, we need to look at a whole group or a whole suite of solutions. And that is everything from production right through to consumption, to the area that we work in, which is collection of the plastic waste, the sorting of that plastic waste, so that we have clean streams of plastic waste to then be recycled.
I see. And you mentioned the production, so I guess that's one of the key components to move into a circular economy. So what's your view on this transition to a circular economy?
So I can speak very clearly about the area that we work in, which is what typically in the plastics value chain is considered to be the downstream part of that value chain. For us, in terms of developing a more circular economy for plastics, it is really about getting clean streams of plastic waste that can be valorized or can be turned into something that is valuable. From our point of view, that would be supportive of recycling. Recycling plastic waste means that we're using more post-consumer resin content for new plastic material, for newer plastic material, and that would be a way of looking at of making the value chain more circular.
Moving on to the second component of the interview, about this enabling policies report. Can you tell us what it is?
The enabling policies report that we are putting out focuses on recycling, and it is work that we have done with our consultant, Roland Berger, to look at as many countries across the world as possible, and to look at their successes in developing recycling or increasing the recycling rates in their countries, and also look at some of the lessons that they have learned. What we have done is to work with Roland Berger to pull together all these various policies, have a view of the infrastructure that has been developed, and also the kinds of systems that they have put in place in order to increase recycling rates in their countries. And what it is it presents a very broad roadmap that different stakeholders that we work with, whether it is municipal governments, national governments, the private sector, NGOs, and others, will have a kind of a roadmap to look at to see this is what they can pursue in terms of helping to improve recycling in their particular jurisdictions.
Right. So what about the role of businesses? And I think a lot of people may think that the developing policy is mostly the role of government, but the businesses, I believe, have an important role to play. So how do you see the role of businesses in making and improving policies?
As you know, the Alliance is funded by the industry, different companies from across the plastic value chain, from the resin producers, converters, brands, as well as to waste managers and recyclers. I think, when they participate in organizations like the Alliance or with other organizations and continue to make investments to improve infrastructure, to improve behavior and the relationship that communities have with waste, these are all actions that they can take and help make to improve recycling in wherever they operate. Our view is that while the governments may hold the pen when it comes to policy, there are many actors that must also play their part to make these policies a reality. Business and industry is one group. Community is the other as well. NGOs and many other players also have to play their collective roles.